Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hello, and welcome to Legoland Windsor on the first Saturday of the Easter holidays and the first day of their Ninjago season. This is the second time this year I've come on a Saturday. I hate coming on a Saturday. The crowds are always much busier than coming during the week. And then you combine that with the fact it's the school holidays and it's just ugh. But there is a reason that I came today. And that is because next weekend I have plans. I don't usually have plans, but I do have plans. And I went to a Merlin Platinum Pass Holders tour thing this week when I was meant to get a preview of some of the Ninjago stuff. And I did get a preview of some of the Ninjago stuff, but we didn't get a preview of everything we were meant to see because it started hailing and torrential raining and high winds and sets were blowing down and all sorts was going on. So because we didn't get to see what we were supposed to see, the fantastic people at Legoland basically said, we're going to give you VIP wristbands for whichever day you want to come back during the Ninjago season to see the Ninjago stuff. And this was the best day in the schedule to do it. Unfortunately. So here I am. So let me start by showing you some footage of. It's not the actual opening ceremony because that is really difficult to actually film unless you are literally the first person in the park. So this is actually immediately after the opening ceremony when the ninja dancers are still ninja dancing. But the opening ceremony actually had minifigure Lloyd from the Ninjago series. So this is a different opening ceremony from the one that they've been doing for the last few weeks, which was all birthday all the time. And so I'm at my first ride, minifigure raceway. See if I get on the other side today. If you are new to the channel, then you may not know already that unfortunately Merlin do not allow you to film on any of their rides except for one at Legoland, which is the Legoland Express, which is why you'll regularly see me go on that, because it's the one and only ride I can film on, other than the other one is actually the submarine thing. So I'm going to go enjoy this ride, and then as we descend into Milan, I will be able to tell you a little more about what I learned on the tour. Alright, I'm always on the same side. I'm always on the Blue Legend side. What I have never appreciated before is while they're holding you before you actually go through to the boarding area, there's a thing on the screens where they tell you who your team captain is. I always assumed it was the same minifigures, but it's not. It's different minifigures. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that they do that. It's also the first time I've been on the losing side. Sad times, sad times. Yeah, so that's a ride that you go through, you go slow backwards up into the launch. It launches through the station, and you go through the track, and then you get to the reverse launch where it launches you backwards. But it's not very long, but it's good fun. I would have said, for me personally, it's the most thrilling attraction here that I've been on. Yeah, so now we are in Miniland, and I'm going to head over to the UK section because there is a bit that I didn't notice the last 2 times I came. Mostly because the first time I was in an ECV, and it's not the easiest to actually see bits of Miniland close up. And the second time, my mum was with me in an ECV, so the same thing applies. So, as I go through, I might be on the wrong side here to see this. But there's basically a kind of throwback to 1996, which is the year Legoland opened. So we'll see if we can find it. I have spotted the throwback. So there you can see the Spice Girls performing. Wannabe came out in 1996. And then over here, they've kind of gone old school with the high street when we had video stores and photo shops and even pick and picks, which of course are all things that just don't exist anymore. Okay. So, part of the reason I'm heading through Miniland is because we're heading towards the Miniland stage, which is where the Ninjago, one of the Ninjago things is going to be. It's not starting for about another 30 minutes, but it is going to be over here. It's the Miniland stage, and they've got a little shop with Ninjago stuff. How cute! That shop is not normally there, so that's a nice little novelty thing. So while we wait, let me just talk about some things on this tour. So this stage, I'll show you it again. There we go, with the Ninjago background. On this stage, we actually got to have a character meet and greet with one of the Ninjago characters, and I've got to say, Ninjago is not a franchise I'm overly familiar with. So I did some homework and the night before I was watching a couple of episodes of the show. I watched the very first episode, I watched one of the more recent episodes as well, and I was also memorising the ninjas' names and which ninja was which, because I did not want to embarrass myself, okay? What I hadn't realised is when I was looking up the ninjas, I was looking up the original list of ninjas, not the new ones. And so, of course, there's various ninjas that can come out, including Lloyd. I feel like they said it's Lloyd, Naya, and then there's 2 newer ones, Sora and I can't remember the name of the other one. I'll put it on the screen. And of course, who comes out? Sora. Hence why I remember her name. So let me insert a picture of me meeting Sora on Wednesday. This was before it started bucketing it down with rain and hail. So that was one of the things we did. We were also kind of walked around some of the other things that they've set up for Ninjago, because there's a building that they've built, which I'll show you in a bit, that they built especially for this next couple of weeks. So they've got the opening ceremony, they've got this show, which is kind of like a little dance party. They've got special make and takes that they've got going on. I think they've got one in the brick, which is behind that building behind me there. They've got one in this new building that is literally just going to be there for the Ninjago season. And then over the actual Easter weekend, they've got a hunt of some description. I think there's another scavenger hunt going on. There's all sorts of bits and bobs going on. And then they have the new show on the lake, which features some kind of pyrotechnic element that we were meant to see on Wednesday that they have never done in this park before. So they were all very excited. It features, I believe, smoke cannons as well. There's regular pyrotechnics that they have too. And the one thing it doesn't feature that they told us about, and it's solely to do with the weather, is there's no diving off the lighthouse. And the reason for that is if the temperature drops below a certain figure, it is not safe for the performers to be in the water. It is a government type regulation. It's not something that is their own regulation. It is a thing that is the case for performers all around the country, that they cannot go into the water when it's below a certain temperature. And because it is March going into April and there's no temperature consistency at this point, it's not like in the summer, they basically said we'll only have people diving off the lighthouse when it's the summer, because we know that chances are the temperature is going to be warm enough for that. So that was very interesting. Also found out that the other lake that kind of almost looks like it runs into that lake, which is the lake that's in front of the Legoland Hotel, that one actually they cannot do performances on because it's basically toxic. It's to do with when the park was Windsor Safari Park, that was Hippo Lake. It's still referred to in-house as Hippo Lake. And basically the hippos produce toxic waste that means that it's not safe. It's safe for the fish, but it's not safe for basically humans to be in the water for any length of time. So they can't do performances on that, which I found fascinating. Because I've got to say, I did come to Windsor Safari Park, but I was very, very, very young. So my memories of it are minimal at best. So, yeah, that's why they don't perform on that water. So, yes, I've got my lovely VIP wristband. Now, I did a little internet search because I think I looked into doing a VIP tour here once, and then I saw the price and I immediately kind of walked quickly away from from that. In fairness to Legoland, it is a lot cheaper than a lot of VIP experiences in other parks. But the cheapest VIP experience that they list on their website, which is Silver, they describe as being in the region of starting at £235 per person. That allows you to park in the hotel and access the resort through the hotel, which swings and roundabouts. It's great that you don't have to go through the crowd, but if you want to see the opening ceremony, I think it's not very helpful for that. It's also not necessarily helpful if you want to go to the big shop, because you've got to go up the hill for the shop and then come down with all your merchandise. So it's like not necessarily the most helpful thing with that. It also, what did it include? You don't have to pay extra for the gold mining experience. Hello!
Hopefully you're going to get to watch the show today.
Where did you go? You left me too soon. I wake up alone every night missing you. I don't know where you went off to, far out of this world or deep into the blue. Time goes by too slowly. I know why I'm lonely. Paradise is when we meet again. Till then, in the moonlight you come back to life. You do. When I close my eyes, we're swimming in night. We're floating on memories. Healing is bittersweet, like ooh. When I close my eyes, we're swimming in night. Yeah. Again and again and again, forever wishing it never would end. Together, feel like I'm holding my breath when I'm with you. Time goes by too slowly. I know why I'm lonely. Paradise is when we meet again. Till then, in the moonlight you come back to life. You do.
You roll, they say, go slow, and everything just stands so still. We say, go, go, you don't stay slipping till it just drop back, kick back, whip around and spin, and then we jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, on the road to the weekend with you. Now, make some noise for Sora!
Hey Ninja friends! Thanks so much for joining the party! I'm seeing some awesome dance moves, but next I need to hear how loud you can get. After I say ninja, you shout go! Let's try it! Ninja! Ninja! Great job! Now even louder! Ninja! Ninja! Yes! Let's turn this up a notch!
Jump up, kick back, whip around and spin, and then we'll jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, oh, come on, we're gonna do it again. We just jump up, kick back, whip around and spin, and then we'll jump back to it again. Ninja, ninja, come on, into the weekend.
Great dancing, Ninja! It looks like you've learned some dance moves from Jay. You whipped around, jumped back, and kicked up just like he does. Ah, the energy meter! I almost forgot! We have a very important ninja challenge to undertake. Don't worry, it still involves dancing. Our enemies are trapping dragons to drain their energy for power. But we discovered that ninja dance energy can create power too! The meter went up after your amazing dancing. If we can fill it all the way, we might be able to help save the dragons. Are you all up for the challenge? Great! Let's get this energy meter all the way to the top. On your feet and clap your hands.
It feels so right.
ninja moves now.
Teaching everybody how to do kung fu. And I never knew I had this power inside. Yeah.
Wow!
That's me, double L-Y-D. My dad is family, yeah, we're still family. And they say the family keeps you safe from harm, but to gain a dad, I had to lose.
Look at that!
Yeah. But just because you're different doesn't mean that you never make a difference.
Keep it up!
As long as you're my good friends, you can save the world. Cause we got the power that we never knew we had.
Clap again!
It feels so right where I belong.
And bounce.
Found my place, I found my place.
Hi-ya! Now clap!
I knew I was strong.
Bounce it out!
Found my place, I found my place.
Now let's turn it over to our awesome ninja dancers. Come on, dancers! Break it down!
Yes, everybody loves his kids, yeah, so savage. Cool's got a little bit of sarcasm and nobody keep the record spinning. Yes, keeping everybody else in check, cause she does it with the water striker neck. Big shots to the mama like I'm making on her own with the legendary son at home. Jay's got us up in the clouds and he's flying through the sky. Well, the guy's got a lot of energy and he's running up his enemies, fire max. Insane, he's bringing the pain, yeah, there's ice in his veins. Master, whoa, we love that dude. Come on, punch right, kick to the side. Well, let me see you do the ninja slide. Drop the boom, dance to doom. Now we lighten up the whole room. Punch right, kick to the side. Well, let me see you do the ninja slide. Crouch and tiger, hidden dragon. We the best, you know what
Clap it out.
it feels so right where I belong.
Bounce!
Found my place, I found my place.
Hi-ya! Clap!
I knew I was strong.
Keep it up!
Found my place, I found my place.
Now get low!
Now I feel it, I'm comfortable in my skin.
Bring it back up!
Caution to the wind.
Higher!
Wind, yeah, yeah.
That's it!
Feels so right where I belong. 'Cause I found my place, I found my place.
Hi-ya! Hey, look! The energy meter! Your dancing energy made it go up again! Awesome, Ninja! Let's keep this energy flowing with a fun challenge during this next song. Anytime I stop the music, you have to freeze! Let's give it a try. First, you have to dance! Now freeze! Now dance! Then freeze! Dance! Alright, you got it. This song is called Dance of Doom, so you'll really be doomed if you don't freeze. Get it?
Go.
Keep dancing now!
Your arms and shake your head. Roll back your eyes just like you're dead. One hand hip, other hand hip. Take 2 steps and triple front flip. Take off your legs but keep your pants on. Then take off your head and throw it at your mom. Now that you're lighter, do a push-up. Then out of your neck hole, quack like a
Freeze!
Lie
Dance!
on the ground and just stay put and wait till a human steps on you and hurts their foot. Here comes the chorus, then I'll show you soon how to do the rest of the dance of doom.
Freeze! Dance again! Keep it going!
Now bend your arm, then bend it back. You're doing it wrong if you don't hear it crack. Right side down, left side down, just a little more.
Freeze! Now dance!
Now you're underground. Or move some ribs so you can kick your own face. Roll down some stairs, then take a lunch break.
Freeze! Dance!
Punch, punch, kick. Punch, punch, kick. Spin 40 times and land in the splits. Now it's time for a corn dog sword fight. You're doing it wrong if that feels alright. Replace your scalp with snakes. Or really any piece that Lego makes. Juggle with some boulders while you crowd surf on skeleton soldiers.
Dance!
Clap your hands. Then squeeze your pituitary gland. You'll grow a little bigger pretty quickly and destroy the dance floor literally.
You're all destroying the dance floor! Freeze! Dance! Freeze! Dance! Freeze! Dance! Freeze! Dance! Freeze! Hold it! Hold it! Now dance! Great job!
They're all doing the dance up. Plastic ninjas in your room.
You're quick, Ninja!
Plastic ninjas in your room. They're all doing the dance up. Plastic ninjas in your room. They're all
Keep up the energy! even farther, and no one was doomed. Great freezing, everyone! Now we're super close to the top, which means we need even more ninja energy. Everyone, go grab your grown-up ninja and bring them out on the dance floor. Come on, grown-up ninja. Don't be shy. This song is called the Ninja Roll, and there are specific moves we have to do all together. So face forward, follow our dancers, and let's do the Ninja Roll. To the right.
We're gonna take a while.
To the left.
We're gonna hit the ground.
Take it back.
We're gonna make a
Turn in a circle.
with the ninja as a pedal.
Again, to the right.
We're gonna get a grip.
To the left.
Together, try to make us trip.
Take it back.
This is not me.
Turn in a circle.
You gotta go.
Again, move right. Now left. Take it back. And turn. Let's ninja roll. Right.
Ninja, ninja, roll.
Left. Back.
Ninja, ninja, roll.
Roll. That's it. Right.
Ninja, ninja, roll.
Left. Back.
Ninja, ninja, roll.
Roll. Let's ninja roll. Right.
Ninja, ninja, roll.
Left. Back.
Ninja, ninja, roll.
And roll. Last time. Right.
Ninja, ninja, roll.
Left. Back.
Ninja, ninja, roll.
Roll.
Ninja, roll.
Way to go, Ninja! That was great! But now it's time for a Ninja Conga Line! Line up behind the dancers and let's raise this energy meter! Here we go! Go! Throw your arms up! Arms in a circle! Time to get moving! Everyone stop! Now go! Go! Throw your arms up! Again! Arms in a circle! Keep it moving! Everyone stop! Now go! 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 Now let's bring this conga line back to the center of the dance floor. Everyone spin around in a circle. Keep spinning. Everyone look. Come on. Come on. We did it. Thank you so much, Ninja. You're all truly heroes. Oh, there's a song about heroes just like you. So let's wrap up this dance party together with one last song. Let's see those moves.
The party's here, let me see you move. Being great is being you. We're all the same, the hero shoot. We're gonna take it now, have fun and do it loud. We're ninjas and we're proud.
energy to power up their cities. They just need awesome ninja dance moves. Now show off those dance moves one last time! And strike a final pose! Thank you for all your help, Ninja! I can't wait to tell Jay about your awesome ninja dance moves! Keep up your training and your dancing! Bye!
So, sat on a bench waiting, and someone's like, I know you. And I'm like, do you? And it was someone from the door. I got to chat with some of the... Hello! So, we're just entering the museum. This is the building that they've built specifically for this event. So we've got the different Ninjago eras. I'm absolutely going backwards, sorry. I've got little bits about each ninja. So, Cole I knew, Lloyd I knew, Sora I did not know. What's your elemental power? Lightning. Oh, okay. Oh, fantastic. They will light up. It's cool. And that's the Lego. First day bugs, they're literally building the make and take kit and can't build them fast enough, bless them. And unfortunately, I think they've just had a surge from the dance party. So, went to the Lego museum thing. So the make and take you would typically build in there. What I will say is if you have sensory issues, speak to the Legoland team once you get to that, because they can organise for you to take one away so you don't have to be in that crowded environment. And the lovely Richie, who's part of the entertainment team that are involved in organising all of that, he basically went and got me one, and we had a lovely chat as well. Because I have to say, I didn't realise until today that RWS, who are responsible for the entertainment in the park, are also responsible for people like him that are doing like the make and take things for the events and stuff. I just thought they did the performance for the shows. So they're quite heavily involved. So it means that some of the staff are Legoland recruited and some of them are RWS recruited. Interesting. So hopefully there'll still be a spot. Oh, it's looking busy. It's looking busy. Hopefully I'll be able to find a spot by the stage to watch the show. But yeah, very grateful to Richie, because I was like, I can't be in here. It's far too busy. And he said to allow about 30 minutes in there if you're doing the build. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I've been bouncing from one thing to another, and the amazing thing about having done this VIP event is like because I now recognise people that are working here and they're recognising me. They're like stopping and having a chat, and it's really nice. Right, I'm going to assess the situation with the seating here.
Seems like you've been paying attention to your lessons with the Green Ninja. Oh, hey ninjas in training. Glad you could join us. I'm Lloyd, grandson of the first Ninjitsu master, son of Garmadon, but you already know all that. Speaking of family, my Uncle Wu was the best teacher. Now it's my calling to follow in his footsteps, training more ninja to help fight evil and protect the dragons. Not to mention all the other cool ninja adventures too. That's why we're here. Welcome to my first ever Elemental Challenge. What? Elemental Challenge. Ninja, that's your cue. Elemental Challenge. Much better. Today, I'll be taking your training to the next level by challenging you in harnessing the powers of 5 elements. It may not be easy, so be sure to follow along and pay close attention to each other. After all, Master Wu always said, ninja sharpens ninja. Well, it looks like you're all ready. So, let's officially kick off this elemental challenge with one of the strongest elements, Earth! Ninja, go! And stomp them on the ground to each rhythm after us. Here we go. Stomp. Stomp. Stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Now really fast. Good job. I'm impressed. Like Cole, you certainly share some solid skills. Time to move on to the next element. It's the opposite of Earth and high in the sky. The element of lightning. Ninja, go! strike! Strike a sharp landing pose. Let's give it a try. Strike! Now another strike! And strike! Lightning! Strike! Last one! Strike! That was awesome! That was another amazing display of elemental skills, Ninja. Hey, I have a different kind of test for you now. Which Ninjago hero is the elemental master of lightning? Shout it out. That's right, it's Jay. Hey, you're sharp like lightning too. Awesome. Let's keep this challenge going then with the third element. Water. Ninjago! As the ninja moves past you, raise your arms high in the air to make a huge wave of water. Here we go! Other way! Again! Last time! Great job, ninjas in training! Your focus was spot on. Nia would be proud of your demonstration of water. Now, what element does water freeze into when it gets cold? Shout it out! Ice! That's it! Speaking of ice, I feel a cold front coming in. I do. It's cool to just the right temperature. Hey! I have an idea. Ninja, you must complete your ice challenge before I finish my tea. Ninja, go! Ninjas in training. Did you see how I did that? Place both hands in front of you, circle it forward, then push. With
Aw, you beat me. Someday I'll learn what Master Wu's secret was. But for today, no more cold. Let's heat this place up. Hey, my buddy Kai can do that with an element. Which one is it? Shout it out! Fire! You got that right. Everyone, let's start the fire challenge by putting our hands together and rubbing them back and forth. Now, after the count of 3, when I say Ninja Go, throw your warm hands towards the center of the stage. 1, 2, 3, Ninja Go! That did it! Because you've all displayed advanced skills in these elements, I have decided to combine all 5 in the ultimate final challenge! Let's see if you have what it takes. Everyone say it with me, Ninjago! By combining all of your powers together, you were able to harness the elemental essence of energy. One of the strongest elements, if I do say so myself. Ninja, you have impressed us all and successfully completed my elemental challenge. Congratulations! And with a lot of practice, dedication, and focus, you too can master your powers of Earth. continue training at sunrise. Goodbye.
We've had sun, we've had hail, rain, all the elements. Got a little few drips going on there. I've got to say, this Lloyd's Elemental Challenge, absolutely fantastic. The pyro's fantastic, they've got fire dancers. Really, really impressed by it. Probably one of the better shows that I've seen at Legoland, just from a whole production point of view. Like literally every direction you look, something is going on, which is amazing. So I ran over to the Hungry Troll, which is open this time. Yay! And picked up some gyoza because that is a special they've got while this Ninjago event is going on. So here we go. These are the chicken gyoza. They also had vegetable gyoza. They're £5.50 normally, but I did get my discount as well. And to be honest with you, that's more than enough food for me. So really pleased with those. And yeah, just waiting for it's not the last show of the day, it's the last of the Elemental Challenge shows. And then we've got the closing ceremony, which is happening at 4:30, but the park doesn't actually close till 6. Interesting. I better double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the situation is. And what's been so amazing about today is I've literally, I went to this thing on Wednesday, and which in itself was amazing. And then I've come here today, and because I've been going to the shows and stuff that's specifically for the Ninjago event, the crew at RWS have recognised, I say us because it's not just me, there's some other people that were there that they recognised. The other people that were at the event have also recognised me, and then I've kind of tagged along with them a little bit for today. And it's just been really, really nice getting to just chat theme park with people, because the only time I ever get to do that is when I'm in Florida. So it's nice to actually be able to chat theme park with real people in the UK. And it's great to be able to give them real-time feedback as well on what the show looks like. It's nice to see that they are also desperate to have a stage up at the opening, for the opening show, because they do know that people can't see anything. But apparently it's basically budget is the reason that they don't have one. So anyone from Merlin, if you're watching, please, please, please get a stage for that opening show, because just no one can see it unless they're in the front row. Yeah, let me eat these gyoza and then I'll tell you what I think. Alright, they have been very lucky with the weather, because it keeps raining just before or just after the shows. But they had 3 great performances, and just got the closing ceremony thing left in about an hour and a half. So I think I'm heading over to the Brick, because they're meant to be doing a mosaic build there. So see what that's about. So gyoza review. The predominant flavour was very much the sweet chilli sauce that they'd drowned them in a bit. And that did have a slight, I don't generally eat spicy food. It had a slight kick to it for me, but otherwise very nice. And you got 4 gyoza for the £5.50. Pricing is difficult on it because was it a lot of money for 4 gyoza? Yes. But on the other hand, that was perfectly fine for me to eat for lunch. And if I had bought like any of their main dishes, I'd have been spending at least £10 to £15 for quite a lot of food that I wouldn't have eaten, quite honestly. So from that point of view, I think it was pretty good. I don't know if it's an illusion, but the park doesn't feel quite as busy as it did earlier. I don't know if that's because while it's been raining this afternoon, on and off, people have ducked inside on rides rather than doing the show. But what was funny about that third show is it was by far the quietest, and yet it had the most audience participation. I think some of the kids were in the middle of their sugar highs and just kind of dove in with all the dance moves and everything. My hat is not staying on today. So just showing you a little. So this is the old Viking River run, and they did confirm to us on Wednesday that work has started in the deconstruction of it, but you won't be surprised to hear they couldn't say anything about what would be replacing it. I'm not surprised because realistically it's probably going to be at least another 2 years until something opens in that spot. Because I did get the vibe that something big was coming. Whatever it is, it was going to be big.
That's my face.
When my mum came the other day, she said, I never think of Windsor as being hilly, but somehow at Legoland it is. I was like, yeah, it's a weird one there. There's definitely some hills. Alright, so we're now out the brick. So I'm going to see if I can see whatever the mosaic-y thing is. See what's going on here. And what we've got here is a sheet to give you a plate, and then you've basically got the colour bricks in the corresponding spots. Alright, so there is my finished square, which matches that, and then I'm going to be taking it over here to put on the wall. That was really lovely, that. A little mosaic build. I do love a Lego mosaic build, I have to say. I have done one before, which was a Star Wars celebration, and let me tell you, that one you had to queue up for ages to do, and in the space of one weekend they built about 4 different mosaic. That they're expecting to build one mosaic in 2 weeks. And did discover that part of the problem at this event, and bear in mind it is day one, so this may improve when it comes to tomorrow, is they've got all of this, they've got various flyers or leaflets as to what is going on, like what shows are going on, what meet and greets are going on, what special things are going on, but they haven't given them out to anyone. And in fact, I was chatting to someone that did have one, and they had to go out of their way to go to guest services to get one, and then they said they were right underneath the counter. They weren't kind of out on top, which seems really peculiar, especially when one of the things they're doing is on this leaflet flyer thing. You basically, every time you complete an activity, you get given a sticker, and then you fill in all the stickers, and whether you get something at the end or not, I don't know. But of course, if you don't give the things out to people, they can't do it. So yeah, it's an odd one. It's definitely an odd one. Now, one of my complaints the other week was that there was way too much chicken in the restaurants here. Like, I'm all for having some chicken, and I get the kids love a chicken nugget, but there's chicken strips at every single restaurant, I feel like. And I noticed today, I'm going to show you the sign, that Farmer Joe's Chicken Company, yes, the irony that's about to happen. Look what they've got. Garlic flatbreads, yes, with chicken on, but at least it's something different. I mean, I've got to say, I obviously did not have that, but I thought, that looks really nice. Like, so they've had the gyoza, they've had, I think, triple chocolate popcorn, I saw. They've got that. And yes, I haven't tasted them all, but I actually really like that they've offering. I wish those sorts of offerings were more permanent. Sorry if the sound's just gone funny. My microphone's just disconnected, I don't know. Yeah, why can't they do that year round? Well, not quite year round, but like have more of that sort of food. I was having a look at Thorpe Park's website, and I did notice they have quite the array of food options. They've got tacos, they've got curries, they've got one place that just does veggie stuff, like salads and things. So I would love it if Legoland just had a little more variety rather than mostly chicken. So I'm gonna head to, now I always get the name of this thing wrong because it's not a haunted mansion, but it's a haunted monster party thing. Because it's a very unique ride that isn't at any of the other parks that I typically go to. There is an equivalent ride at St Towers, I believe, which is Hex. But yeah, it's not a ride that I would typically get to do, so I'm going to go on it. Admittedly, I only went on it like a week and a half ago, but I'm going to go on it. Once again, can't film on it, sorry. So yeah, let's go there. Here we go. Haunted House Monster Party. There you go. That's the name of it.
ceremony of the ninja. Now let's welcome the heroes of the merge realms. We are so happy to have you all here today at our ceremony. Raise your hand if you've been training hard today while following the path of the ninja. And now, here we are to unite as one and celebrate your accomplishments. Training is not an easy task. It requires virtues like strength, life, and energy. The challenges you'll face in the merged realms will test you more than training will. Elemental monsters lurk around every corner, and you may be called upon to help save the day. So, are you all ready to complete your training today? Well, let's test your training first. Young ninjas in training, step forward and join us. Don't be shy. Now repeat after us. First lean and dodge your turn. Lean and dodge. Then step, 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 kick you. Step, 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 kick. Now punch and block your turn. Punch and block. Then spin jitsu. Spin jitsu. Great job. You think you have that? Good. Let's do it faster and all together now. Grown up ninjas too. Here we go. Lean and dodge. Step, step, step. That's it. Punch and block. Ninjutsu. One more time. Lean and dodge. Step, step, step. Keep it going. Punch and block. Ninjutsu. Very good. But ninja like to have fun with dance moves sometimes too. Watch our moves, then repeat after us. Now your turn. Watch this. You go. Here's another. Now you. Last one. That's it. Now show us your favorite ninja dance moves. That's it. Keep going. And strike a pose! That was impressive! You may return to your grown-up ninja now. You are well on your way to reaching your true potential. Raise your hand if you collected stickers along the path of the ninja today. Is there anyone who collected all of the stickers? Wonderful! That's quite all right if you've only collected a few. Most ninja only ever master their talents with one elemental power. For over 100 generations, the elemental powers have been passed down to those few ninja worthy of protecting the realms from the many forces of evil. Today, we honor them with the dance of the elements. Fire, a blazing heat only for the most courageous. Ka is the elemental master of fire. Lightning, shocking and unpredictable. Jay has mastered the element of lightning.
Nia has mastered this element that is both adaptable and fluid, the element of water. Both stable and unyielding. Only a ninja like Cole could harness rock and stone. Ice. Zane has mastered this harsh and unforgiving elemental power. There are many more elements a ninja may find power within, such as wind, heat, or technology. But some along the way fall to darkness and the elemental essence of destruction. But what is dark without light? We must unite and use our elemental powers within to fight the evil around us! Elemental power can come from within yourselves, just like it does for an elemental dragon or an elemental master. Your powers will lead the way, as they have for many others before you. But use them carefully. Now it's time to close this ceremony today with our ninja oath. Place your hands like this and repeat after us. I promise to honor the dragon, to reach beyond myself, to unite as one, to protect the merged realms, and to always go full ninja! You have all earned your rightful place in our family of Ninjago Ninja. Continue your journey and go forth with strength, life, and energy! Ninjago!
Alright, so that was a little closing ceremony. It's a bit awkward because they haven't handed out the materials and they've been a little lacking on handing out the stickers on this first day. It got to a point where they were like, who's collected all the stickers? And everyone's like, we were meant to be collecting them? Because they didn't have anything to collect them on. So it was a bit of a strange one. So Legoland actually closes an hour later than it has on days earlier in the season. So I am going to see if I can hit up a couple of rides before I head out. So I think I might try and head on Flight Over the Skyline because it is a favourite. But yeah, apart from the really crazy weather, like right now, blue skies, you'd never know it had been hailing earlier and raining. And it's been odd. I took a screenshot of some of the queues at about 3 o'clock because I've had my wristband, because I've been focusing on the Ninjago-y stuff, bubbles. It's been difficult to kind of quantify how busy it's actually been, other than when I came into the park, because I haven't queued for anything. I say part of that's been because of the wristband, and part of that has been just because things I've been trying to do haven't had queues, like go to the Hungry Shoal. I did go later than I did on the first day of the year, and I think that is a tactic, because the lunch rush was most definitely over, and you know, it meant I basically walked straight in. Food was hot because they were making the gyozas kind of on demand. We got fire and ice everywhere, and yeah, but it's been really nice, just kind of chatting to hello again. Case in point, everyone's been really chatty today, and sometimes it's really tough when you are in a park on your own. It's always a challenge for me personally, but it's always nice when kind of people do chat to you in queues and embrace you and everything. It's really nice. Maximus has things to say. So let's go on Flight of the Skyline. Flight of the Skyline complete. I love that ride. It's just such a lovely ride. If you haven't seen me talk about it before, it's very like Soarin' over at Epcot and California Adventure, but the biggest difference is you're kind of, you're flying through an imagined world, so it's realistic in the same way that a video game might be realistic, as opposed to Soarin', which is going for of actual photorealistic image. So what's kind of peculiar, and I don't fully understand it because I'm not scared of heights in that sense, but it's the sort of ride that can trigger people if they're scared of heights. But funnily enough, my mum, who is petrified going on Soarin', like, she will have her eyes closed the entire time, has no problem going on that. Don't know what the science is behind that, but yeah, she enjoys that one. Like, she would willingly go on that ride with me, whereas Soarin', you kind of have to drag her a little bit. We don't force her on. I'd never actually force someone on a ride they don't want to do, but yeah. So, question is, what do we make the last ride? Now, I'm tempted to try going for a ride I have never done before. And part of the reason I've never done it before is because I'm never entirely sure how I'm going to fit on it. Because I believe it's got one big long safety bar that comes down. And whenever the system is like that, I'm always a little bit nervous. And often I don't need to be at all. It's just like a mindset thing, you know. So, given that Ninjago has been the theme of the day, I think I'm going to see if I can ride Destiny's Bounty, which is to say I have never done before. We shall see. But I figure, start with have a Ninjago day, end with Ninjago. And then I'm ever hopeful that the hill train will still be running because I don't want to walk up the hill. There seems to still be people queuing for it. So hopefully that's promising. And I've got to say, so I'm obviously used to, and I've talked about this in other videos, using the wrap system in the parks. And despite what people say, you're not skipping lines, you're just waiting elsewhere. Well, this does not look like it's operating. Uh-oh. No, there is someone there. Is it operating? Might have to check the app. But this is the ride I'm talking about.
That jump is so popular.
I mean, it doesn't say it's not. No, people are getting on. Give it a go. So that was a really cute ride. It's like a pirate ship, but it spins as well as going up and down. If you want a more adventurous time, back row is the one to go for. Now I'm on the hill train. Love a hill train. I always like getting the hill train back up the hill. Always walk down and never get the hill train down, but when you've had a full park, it's nice to be able to get the hill train back up. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a really good day. I definitely, the VIP thing, because I get ride access pass, and because I was seeing a lot of shows today, there were a lot of gaps between me doing rides. So, could I have got away without it? Absolutely. I'd have had probably the exact same experience if I'd just been using ride access pass. That being said, if I had wanted to do all rides today, I would have just gone boom, 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 knocking them out. So it was really nice knowing I didn't have to fiddle around with the app, I just had to show the wristband. And that made it really, it had an extra bit of enjoyment just because I didn't have that. But would I pay for VIP personally, given the little extra things that you get? No, I probably wouldn't have done. But if I had wanted to do all rides today, then it, just for myself, it may be worth doing fast track, but I still find the fast track very expensive to do. And because I don't, my style of doing Legoland isn't that I would do every single ride. Like I would never try and do every single ride here in one day, because some of them just don't appeal to me or whatever. I don't think I would need it. But it was really nice to have. So thank you Legoland for organising that for me, because it was a very, very sweet gesture given the weather situation. And I absolutely loved seeing the shows today. I think the pyrotechnics were fantastic. Certainly the best I've seen at Legoland. And you know, the only thing that would have made it better is someone jumping off the lighthouse. But like the weather, no one needs to be jumping off the lighthouse in this weather. It'd be far too cold. Health and safety is no. But absolutely love the pyro. Love that they were able to do everything. I know it's been a bit of a week for them because of the weather, but I think they did a fantastic job. Do I think Legoland could have been a bit more organised for the first day with all the Ninjago stuff? Absolutely. There wasn't a kind of organised chaos going on, and I get frustrated for them because it's kind of like it just ends up feeling kind of rushed and that no one quite knows what they're doing. And say like the fact that they weren't giving out the stuff that had all the show times and everything on just seems very strange. But let's just enjoy some hill train now. Hill train. So, what I like about it is you get a lovely view of a ride being demolished. Behind the scenes demolition action. I will say, although they don't appear to be doing any demolition today, they were most definitely doing demolition on Wednesday when I got there. And you can certainly see that they have started the deconstruction. A lot of Lego figures still there. But you can see that it is beginning to come down.
So the white one was pulled in.
There's quite a big site that they've got there. Other hill train coming back down.
Yeah.
Get a nice view of Miniland and mini figure racework. And there's that lovely hill. So just for the record, because I think this is worth knowing, there are two different step-free pathways down the hill. If you are coming down this hill, please do take the gentler slope because it isn't flat. You are on a slight tilt and you will be much safer. There's actually three, so don't take this immediate one. No, you do take this one, sorry. It diverges further up here, further this way, and there are different pathways. These are all the streamers that come out of the opening show cannons. And the panda and the zebra, and the inside of the hotel. But yeah, just make sure you're taking the flattest pathway. There are signs, but I saw people this morning trying to take the steeper one and I was just waiting for an accident. So, what's the golden rule of Legoland? Never go to the shop in the last hour. Unless you love a queue. Go at the beginning. They will hold your packages for you and you can pick them up later. But do your stuff at the beginning and then do your shopping afterwards because that queue just gets intense. Particularly on a busier day. Eyeing up things in the sweet store.
We cook the food and we'll come back and visit again soon.
It is open. See if I can get a cheeky hot chocolate. This is the coffee place. So with my annual pass discount, that was £4 for a medium hot chocolate. Just for a comparison, this morning I went to a drive-through Costa with my mum, and it was £4.50 for a large latte. So looking at the menu, prices are definitely higher here than in your regular Costa. Thankfully, pass holder discount makes it a little bit more reasonable, but yeah, it's still a lot of money. But it's cold. I haven't had anything hot today, and I need to warm up a little bit on my car journey home. But it is now 6:02, so perfect timing for the park closing. Just for the record, when they give a closing time for the park, that is the time that the lines for the rides close. Now, some rides will close earlier, it just varies. You have to keep an eye on that on the app. But it's just worth knowing. You can. Yep. Thank you very much. You can get in line right up until whatever time they close. So in this case today, 6 o'clock. I was very close to getting in the line for Ninjago. But then I was like, do you know what? I said I'd end it on something that I hadn't done before, Destiny's Bounty, and you know, I enjoyed it. It was a cute ride. Obviously, I failed it. What I will say, so I'm 5'7", and I had to, as it were, man spread a little bit because of the leg room in there. So that is something that is worth being aware of, is that if you are a taller individual, you might need to spread, that sounds weird, but stretch out your legs a little bit to the sides, because it is tight for leg room. Doing that, we could have got 2 adults my size in the row. With a touch of room to spare. So just to give you an idea of space and everything. Yeah, let me just show you, because this is actually very conveniently on the outside of the park. So these were the Easter specials that they had. So you can see the steamed gyoza, they've got the chocolate trio popcorn, various eggy things, and they still have some of the birthday cake flavour popcorn, and you can see how much cheaper it is after 3 p.m. Obviously people don't want their popcorn after them, and if you want a hot dog as you exit, it's £5. An ice cream sundae is £3, which is way cheaper than inside the park, might I add. And those are staying open at the moment, so bye Legoland. Till I see you again, probably very soon. But yeah, worth knowing that they've got those food trucks there for the end of the day, so if you are kind of like, oh, I need to get some food for the drive home, hot dogs are an option with ice cream. And to be honest, at those prices, it's not that much worse than, say, getting a McDonald's, depending on what you order these days. So definitely worth thinking about. But today was good. It's nice to go on something new. And I'd say that part, absolutely not an issue. I'd say those sorts of things always freak me out a little bit with how much they need the lap bar to come down, because it's very vague. That's the best way I can describe it. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much to the people at Merlin and at Legoland for having me out on Wednesday. So that was something I got because I was a Merlin Platinum pass holder. Where's my drink? Oh, I hate putting things on the roof. I always forget about them. Don't forget your coffee, Susie. Don't forget your hot chocolate sauce. But yeah, thank you so much to them for having me out for that. Because I definitely, as a theme park fan, that definitely felt like a really great perk of being a pass holder. Obviously it's a perk that's not guaranteed, so you do have to bear that in mind, that experiences like that aren't guaranteed. They're first come first serve, and they drop them in a really weird way online, so you need to be following Merlin Annual Pass on Facebook and everything to be able to see all of that stuff. They didn't email, I don't think they emailed about it. I'm pretty sure it was something I saw on Facebook. But yeah, an amazing experience. And so they in my opinion, they did not have to attempt to make up for the weather situation, but they chose to, and they were fantastic. And what was so lovely was that the team that we met, that were here today, all were more than happy to chat to us, answer questions, within the scope of what they can talk about, obviously. And that was really, really nice. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, the staff at Legoland Windsor, I think, are fantastic. Like, everyone is just so welcoming. And you know what? Everyone I spoke to today that wasn't even working at Legoland, they have all been so lovely and chatty, and everyone's just been having a good day. Now, I did hear right around when I did the Haunted House Monster Party, which right as I got to it, they were like, just so you know, it's not working. I'm like, okay. And from my experience, it's always worth waiting a few minutes. And sure enough, within 10 minutes, it came back up again. But there were other people when we were going, just so you know, it's not operating at the moment, who were like, another ride not operating. Now, whenever I looked, things only were not working for a short period of time. They were getting things back up again really quickly. I don't think anything was closed en masse or anything like that. So I'm not quite sure exactly where the frustration was, because obviously I wasn't trying to do rides all day. But yeah. If you have liked this video, please consider liking it, hitting the subscribe button, because it really helps the channel. Someone I was chatting to was like, how many subscribers do you have? And I was like, 150. So, you know, please help. But otherwise, have a fantastic day. I will see you next time. I have definitely got at least one thing in the works that's coming up next week, which I'm hoping to be able to video some of. I am with other people, so I don't know what the situation will be with how much I can film, but I'm going to try and film some of that because it's something totally brand new to me. But still related to the channel. And I will leave it at that. See you soon. Bye!